Hi everyone, Ashley here and welcome to another video on my YouTube channel. Today I have another speed card making video for you, showing quickly how I made this fun card for mothers. I actually made this card for my mom's birthday, so without further ado, let's get into it. I'm starting by stamping out a bunch of images from Lawn Fawn's Dandy Day stamp set onto a piece of white paper, and I'm doing this in black ink that's Copic friendly. I'm using the My Favorite Things Extreme Black ink, and I've got the little cube up in the left corner there you can see. So once I've stamped these out a couple times, just to make sure I get a nice, clean, crisp black image, I'm going to clean off my stamps with my Lawn Fawn stamp chamois, and I can go ahead into the coloring. I'm coloring these images with Copic markers today, so I used that Copic friendly ink for that reason. And I'm just coloring all the mice in the same way using a slightly darker tan color and a slightly lighter tan color and blending them together, making sure to keep the darker tan color in areas with shadow and the lighter tan color in areas where the light would be hitting the mice. I also kept their bellies a little bit lighter just to have a little bit of contrast, and then I added some pink onto their ears and cheeks, and I colored in the little flowers as well. I'm going to go ahead and play some music while I finish up with the coloring, and then I will check back in when it's time to finish up the card. Okay, so now that all of the images are colored, it's time to complete the rest of the card. I've gone ahead and done some steps off camera here. I cut out some rectangles with the Dandy Day pattern paper, both in the light purple and the dark purple. I also cut out a piece of white sparkly cardstock using the Lawn Fawn Puffy Clouds border, which you can see at the bottom there. Finally, I die cut the word Mom out of Finley's ABC's letter dies from Lawn Fawn as well. I lined everything up on my card front and then picked out exactly where I wanted the rest of the sentiment to be and then stamped it out in black ink, so you can see what I stamped is I think you're dandy, and then underneath and I'm not lying, and then in between is where that mom word will go. I'm now using some Versamark ink to stamp out some of those little petals that come off the dandelions when you blow it, and I'm going to go ahead and emboss those in some white sparkly embossing powder. I actually heat set it off camera so you won't see that process, but you'll see at the end when I kind of turn the card in the light, you can see a little bit of where those pick up the light with the sparkle. They don't stand out as much as I wanted them to, so I think if I did this again, I would use a darker embossing powder for those. I also cut out the letters M-O-M to make Mom out of some fun foam, and I'm just gluing the white sparkly cardstock on top of the fun foam and just pressing them together with my acrylic block so that they stay stuck together. Then that word Mom will be elevated off from the card base and add a little bit of dimension. I'm then gluing all the pieces of the card together. So I'm gluing the dark pattern paper piece onto the card base and the white puffy clouds onto the card panel there. And my cat makes an appearance, which is fun. I'm elevating the whole card panel onto some fun foam just using some double-sided tape and then lining it up onto the background so you see that dark cardstock peeking out and making a border, which I think is really pretty. I can then place everything exactly where I want and glue it all down. I'm starting with the letters for Mom, so I'm just gluing them down onto the card base, or onto the card front with some liquid glue, and just kind of making sure that they're placed right in the middle there. And I can use my tweezers to really line them up nicely. And then an acrylic block again to kind of make sure they're nice and stuck down. I'm then using some foam squares behind each of these mice and all of the flowers to elevate them off as well and give them a little bit of dimension and interest from the card. So I'm just putting a little foam square behind each little piece of the mouse and the flower, and then just sticking it down onto my card front using my tweezers to make sure that the alignment is exactly where I want it. And for a final touch, I'm just adding a few little sequins with some liquid glue, just kind of scattered around the card front. So that is the final card for today. It is a really sweet card. I love these stamps with the mice, and I just love how they're blowing the dandelions and hanging off the dandelion. I just think they're so cute. And I think my mom will really like this card for her birthday. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more of my cards, definitely head over to my personal Instagram account, which is linked down in the description box below, where you'll see all of my cards and even a lot that I don't post here on YouTube. So thank you so much for watching today, and I hope I'll catch you in my next video. Bye!